Hello YouTube, and for this unboxing video, we will be unboxing a special edition Zoids Wild Liger, and it is numbered ZW15. At first, I thought this was a reissue of the ZW01, which is the same thing, which is also a Wild Liger. But the difference between the special edition and the first edition is it includes a booklet which is called Zoids World Guide, and I think some of the parts have a different shine on it, or a different finish. So let's open this box and look at its contents. I like the recent packaging of the Zoids Wild because of the camo patterns on the dividers. The effort of putting those camo designs is very eye-catchy for me. So let's take first a brief look at the manual. The manual is in Japanese, but it's also easy to understand. And here are the outlines of the parts. I think the parts are on their respective bags. For example, part A here is in bag A, and so on and so forth. And we'll look at that later. And look at this, there is also a comparison, human comparison. Let's focus on that. So it seems that they say here that an average man with a height of 1.7 meters is standing like that compared to a Zoid, especially the new Zoids Wild. They say for size comparison, the Zoids in Zoids Wild are particularly smaller than those of the Chaotic Century, but I don't have some Zoids at the meantime at the Chaotic Century, so I can't do a size comparison with it. Here is a brief scheme at the manual. I like the way they made the manual color-coded so that even though you don't understand Japanese, you can simply build your Zoid. And here's a neat-looking world map. And I think this is a fossil of the Wild Liger itself. Wow, that's neat. They are putting effort on the lore now. So for the world guide, I don't know what's inside this, but let's take a look. And this is I think it's for the mobile app. Wow, that's a neat looking art comparison between a real liger or lion and the Wild Liger. And I think this is the main protagonist of the manga. And here is the fully assembled Zoid. Oh, I see. So that's the difference between the special edition and the regular edition. The special edition has a chrome finish looking blue, and a golden finish on the claws. I think the regular version has a golden yellowish. It's not that shiny. More picture of the whoa. And these are some of the Zoids in this series. I think this is Raptor, Ganon Toys, Gilraptor, the Brachiosaurus type. I remember the old ones. This one is, I think the name of this one is Captor, but its Zoid equivalent, Zoid Chaotic Century equivalent is, I think, Psychurtis. And this is the alligator type. I forgot the name. And I think this is Kuaga. And here are some of their stats. Let's take a zoom. And these are the most recent ones. I love this. I think I'm gonna buy this someday. This is the Death Rex, and I forgot this, but the equivalent of this in the Chaotic Century is, I think, Iron Kong, and I think this is Triceratops. It's ZW11. This is ZW15, but there are no lineup pictures of ZW13 and 14, and they even include a manga. My sister can read Japanese, but me, I don't, so sorry if I can't interpret this manga for you. This is the nice picture of the Chaotic Century. It's Empire versus the Republic, but I think this is the guild. I don't know. I think they call their side a guild or a team. I forgot. But this one is, I think they call it Iron Empire, or I forgot. Sorry, but this is their equivalent of the Empire and their equivalent of the Republic. But I think that they are more of a guild rather than a republic. And this one was still oh, I remember, this one is called, I think, Death Metal Empire. I think that's the name of the empire in the series. So this is the picture of the wild liger's feet. I don't know what's this supposed to be, but just a picture of the wild liger's feet stomping on a transport vehicle. And I don't know what does it imply in this. Let's proceed with the parts, and I'm gonna take a while to remove them from this divider. So this is bag A, bag B, bag S. I think this is Wild Blast unit, and the motor, engine or motor. Now I'll proceed with the unbagging. set A there is this blue part. I think this is for the back or at the chin. And parts of the what they call skeleton frame. It's in a dark gray color, and I'll get one sample of it. I don't know if it's a good thing if these kits are not in screws, because sometimes screwless kits get that bad knob marks on them. But in the case of Zoids Wild, I don't know yet. But for beginners, I think screwless kits are very convenient to them, and it's a good starting point, especially for young children. And I think Zoids Wild's main target market are more kid-friendly than the previous one. And it's dark gray. I don't know if the light can capture that, but the skeletal frame is dark gray and it's just in a normal finish. Sorry, but I will not unbag all of this because I might get confused with the assembly, because I think they do not, I'm not sure if they indicate number on them. Let's make sure. Is that no, I don't think there are indicated numbers on the parts, so. But the instruction manual is very colored and detailed, so I think there will be no problem at all in case that I get confused with the bags. And here are these are the cool looking golden bits for the claw, the back claw, the Wild Blast claws. These are some shiny bits. I thought that the claws were the same shine as this, but I think they are not. It's more a matte down version of the gold. But it's perfect, it's good. And I think it's much better if it's not very shiny like that, because these are paws and most of the time they stick on the ground and get dirtied. Oh, see, this is, I think, what builders are very anxious about sometimes. For modelers, it's easy to clear knob marks because you just need to put some putty on them. But if you're someone who repaints models, that is the cure. You put putty, and of course, when you paint on them, it's not seen anymore. But if you are someone of a straight builder like me and does only detail painting, it's a bit problematic. Let's proceed to the next bag. It's more of the blue parts. B as in blue. How convenient. But B can also be black, so whatever. Wow, these are neat looking sky blue. In the picture it looks dark ultramarine, but in this case when you see it personally, the blue color is like, it's more of a dark sky blue. There is kind of a metallic sheen. I don't think if the camera could catch it, but there's a metallic sheen on the blue parts. I like it. I can't wait to build this model. I think it will be great. And I won't paint it because the effort putting on those finishes is probably what you're after with this special edition. If you will repaint it, you should have gone for a regular version instead. But that's just my opinion. The white parts are somewhat bone white, and I think that's a good choice because it will complement the gold and blue much better. It's a bone white color, not a solid white. Next is the last bag. The last bag is named bag S. It's not C. I think this includes the pilots and what you call this. These are the caps, joint caps. I call it joint caps. I don't know what they are technically called, but in Zoids, when building Zoids, there is this cap that keeps the parts together. Most especially the legs to the body, the head to the body, the jaw to the head. This cap keeps it together. These are the parts that you connect to the engine or the motor. I think these are the parts. Oh, and look at this. These are probably the eyes, and it's in a nice light green chrome finish. Let's look at that eyes. It's a very I can't wait to build this. The choices of the colors on these models are pretty neat, and here are some of the stickers. And I think that's the name of their team, Team Freedom. And Arashi is the partner of Wild Liger. We also have a pilot figure, but I think that this hardly looks Arashi, but they include a pilot figure. And the good thing about this is it doesn't show too much details, so it's easier to sculpt over with, and you can make this any character you want. So that's it. I hope you like this unboxing video, and maybe sometime I will also post the finished model. Thank you again. Feel free to like and subscribe, and good day to all of you.